Easy with host Jim Hartz and Mary Martin.
Hi, and welcome to Over Easy. You know, Mary, since we've been doing Over Easy, I think we've become more and more aware of how maturity and experience have added to the talents of many of our guests.
You mean we get better through the years?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I certainly hope so. I really do. I don't think you could argue with anyone about that in terms of our first guest today. Oh, Kay Starr has been a star for 3 decades, and she just gets better all the time.
Absolutely. We'll also be meeting Kay in just a minute, but we'll also have a return visit with pharmacist Matt Benson, who will be talking about alternatives to sleeping pills and tranquilizers. And finally, we'll find out how pets can enrich our lives, and they do.
But now to our first guest, a wonderful singer who was born in Oklahoma, your state. She practiced her first singing lessons in the hen house.
I want to find out.
And went on to become one of the finest popular singers in the whole world. Welcome, Kay Starr.
Keep us together. Think of me, babe, whenever some sweet talking gal comes along singing a song. Don't mess around, you gotta be strong and stop, 'cause I really love you, stop. I've been thinking of you. Look in your heart and let love keep us together. You belong to me. I'm never gonna set you free. And when those gals come walking around, talking me down, here with your heart and you won't hear a sound, just stop, 'cause I really love you, stop. I've been thinking of you. Look in your heart, let love keep us together. Well, you're young and you're wonderful, but someday you'll look so be gone. And when all the others turn you off, who will be turning you on? I will, 'cause I'm gonna love you forever. Love's gonna keep us together. I said it before and I'll say it again. For those who pretend, I need you now and I needed you then. So stop, 'cause I really love you, stop. I've been thinking of you. Look in your heart and let love. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. When I needed the comfort of somebody's arms, well, there you were. When I needed me somebody who would understand, yes, there you were. It was your love and your devotion. And I want to stop and thank you, baby. Yes, I want to stop, 'cause I really love you, stop. I've been thinking of you. Look in your heart, let love keep us together. Yes, I said love, love's gonna keep us together. Think of me, babe, whenever some sweet talking gal comes along singing a song. Don't mess around, you gotta be strong and stop, 'cause I really love you, stop. I've been thinking of you. Look in your heart and let love trust to that man up above. Look in your heart and let love keep us together.
Kay, come join us.
Get me in the house. You are something again. Oh, honestly, that is so exciting.
This is my old gear.
That's right.
What a pleasure.
2 Okies and a girl from Weatherford, Texas. I don't know whether the rest of the country can stand it.
They're surrounded by Texas and Oklahoma.
Tell me
I'm
about
so
singing
glad
in
to
the
be
hen
here.
house.
What?
Tell me about singing in the hen house. That's the first thing I want to know. What do you mean? That's how you
Where
started
did you hear
singing?
that?
We just heard it.
Our researchers dug that up, and we
Well,
don't know
I
any
really
more
did.
about it than
The
that.
first audience I ever had in my life was a bunch of chickens.
Yes.
And, well, my mother raised them in Dallas, and I used to go out in the back after school, and I got me an apple box, and I'd sit on the ground, and I'd play this apple box, and I'd sing.
Oh, how old about? 5, 6?
No, I was about 8.
Really? Because
I should have known better, but I didn't.
No, never.
I really enjoyed it, though.
What'd the chickens say?
They didn't lay many eggs. You see the way they cocked their heads? I thought, boy, I got them now. Just killing rats on that
You
box.
still got them, huh? You got me today.
did.
Wow.
Just wonderful.
Can you tell us about your new show, the Four Girls?
The new Four Girls?
Yeah.
Well, it was the Four Girls, and then Martha Ray and I joined it. And I guess because they wanted people, the audience, to know that there was something new in the show, they called it the new Four Girls. And I laughed and I said, well, you were stretching girls already. You ought to put new ones in there, okay? But it's Rosemary Clooney, Martha Ray, Helen O'Connell, and myself.
Well, that's one. You're traveling around the
And
country?
yes,
doing
and
concerts.
I've only been with them since the first of the year, and I was worried about joining them because it's, you know, 4 girls. I don't even have a sister. And I thought, my goodness, what am I getting into?
I was wondering, did you find it difficult to perform with a group, you know, because
I was apprehensive, but it worked out perfect because we don't sing the same kind of songs. We don't look the same. We don't sound the same.
Do you sing
and
together
We don't. At the very end of the show, we do a finale.
How exciting.
What was the change like? You were always a solo star performer, then going, you know, with a group. Did
Well,
that make a difference?
it's no more than joining a combination of musicians and yourself. It's just a compact, an act is all it is. Well, I do 30, 35 minutes, and Helen does 30 or 35 minutes. Then we have an intermission, and then Martha tears up the cotton patch. And then Rosemary Clooney comes on, and then we all come out after Rose is on, and we do a little special finale.
How many shows do you do a week of this?
Well, we did all of the things for Zev Buffman all through Florida, and I can only guess that that's probably the way we would do things. We would do a finale, a matinee once in the middle of the week, and then sometimes on Saturday and Sunday. But we never did more than 3 matinees, and we always did just 1 show at night.
Oh, that's...
So it's like I felt like Judy Garland with those 1 show a night, you know.
You retired for a while. You were married for the 3rd time, what, 12 years ago?
Yeah.
And you quit. And then came back.
Well, I thought maybe that's what he wanted, but didn't work out that way. I wasn't happy, and I didn't make him happy, and I've never done anything else but this. I didn't study for it, and I didn't prepare for it. It just happened. But I don't know anything else to do, and I didn't really realize that until after I had sort of backed off. Yeah. And I'd been backed off for so long, I found that I didn't really have a whole lot of friends because I was always on the road.
Well, how long did you stay retired? Because
not very long. As soon as I woke up, I got back on the phone. Hey, get me out back on the road. I really enjoy people, and I think when you enjoy what you do, you ought to do it, as long as anybody will allow you to.
We both have led such disciplined lives of the theater.
Yes.
And you're used to using that kind of discipline. And if you don't have it, you know what to do with it.
Well, I never thought of it as being discipline. I guess
you have
theater,
to be.
Yes,
well,
you
do too.
But when I think of discipline, I mean like you have to warm up and do things that you would do and do your speeches. And Jim Neighbors used to say to me, "Don't you ever warm up." And I said, "No, because if it's bad, we're going to all find it out together." I didn't want to know about it ahead of time.
Together.
So I don't really. I guess maybe I'm just. I'm in show business, but I'm not show business.
I think you're show business.
How'd you meet your husband?
Well, we were at La Costa, and I had been there with a friend of mine, and she was trying to lose weight, and I helped her because I lost some too. And it was our last night, and we were sitting in there drinking those diet soda pops, and he was sitting at the bar with a couple of airline stewardesses on his each knee, and I was with some fella that he knew, and that fella introduced us, and then later on we kind of double dated until he introduced this lady, or my friend introduced this lady that belonged to my husband as his fiancée, and boy, I did a real crawdad. I got away from him quick because I thought they go backwards, you know. And I said, I want to get away from him. I don't want to get stuck on him. He's already took. So this fellow that I'd been going with, which was a friend of his. Is this getting too complicated?
No, I'm sorry.
You asked this question.
No,
anyway,
no.
he finally got drunk one night, and I got mad at him and quit him. And when I quit him,
then Woody quit his fiancée and called me.
And that's how...
That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
Well, now tell me something. You have a daughter.
I do, and I have a grandson.
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't that
He's going to be 16 next month.
And he lives with his great-grandmother.
Great-grandmother.
Now tell us about that.
Well, he lives in Oklahoma with my mother, and my daughter lives in the valley here in California. And he just, you know, that's when they started having the busing and everything, and it was just a turmoil to even go to school. And he loved Oklahoma so much, and every year that he went there for summer vacation, it got to be harder and harder to get him to come home. And I thought, oh dear. So we struck on the idea, maybe if my mother could handle it, he could go to school there. Because I was telling Jim, I says, I don't care where you go in this world or what your business is. One time or another, you're going to have to deal with an Okie. And it has never it is the truth. So I thought, well, this would be good for him if he doesn't do anything. We just go 1 year and, you know, see the other side of the coin. You know?
But he's going to learn everything there. He can deal with life.
I'm telling you, he don't even want to come back for the summer vacation, or he don't want to come home for it. Well, he wants to come
go
home,
and catch his act. He doesn't come to catch yours.
No, you
do
believe
you still
me.
go back home a lot to Oklahoma?
Oh, I do very often, yes.
Tell us about your dress, because didn't you really paint it yourself?
I did. I painted the whole top myself. Well, you asked me if I made the outfit. No, I just painted the top. But it just shows if you don't have any special talent and you want to do something, if you keep at it long enough, you'll do something worthwhile.
But it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Had you ever tried it before?
Well, before I ever even thought about this being my life, singing, I kind of had an idea that if I couldn't fool him long enough, you know, then I was going to maybe take a course in design. And I've always loved to do little things, and I'm kind of artistic. But
answer one final question.
What?
How have you been able to fool them long enough for so long? What's the secret of Kay Starr's long and magnificent career?
I just love what I do. I love it. It's loud, but I love it. And I kept thinking maybe as I got older it'd get a little softer, but it just seems to be loud.
Be glad it still comes out loud. Mine gets a little softer.
You are wonderful. It was absolutely delightful to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Will you come back?
You betcha.
All right.
This is my second time. You want to try for 3?
You bet.
I love you both. Thank you.
Okay.
Keep it up, Okie.
I shall.
I'm going this way with you.
You know,